Hello YouTube, it's Steve333 here with something a bit different today. As you may be aware, hopefully I'm going to get this up on YouTube later today. It's the 29th of September, which is quite a big day for getting hold of a new bit of kit. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you what I picked up this morning after being very lucky to pre-order one after missing out on its predecessor. Got a copy of the Super Nintendo Classic Mini. So as you can see, brand spanking new. I'll be doing an unboxing. So here it is, the Super Nintendo. As you can see, a nice little box. Sort of reminds you of the old Super Nintendo back in the day. 20 plus 1 games pre-installed. I'll give you a quick look at the box, some safety information. As you can see, 2 controllers. Let's get it this way up. There's obviously the size of the thing, tiny. More bits of information, and then a very nice little bit at the back where it goes over all the games. As you can see, let's just pan that down a little bit. Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Secret of Mana, F-Zero, Castlevania 4. Super Metroid, Final Fantasy 3, Star Fox, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario Kart, Zelda, Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby Superstar, Super Mario World 2, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Earthbound, Super Punch-Out, Contra 3 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, not to forget Star Fox 2. So without any further ado, let's get this open. You have to excuse me being a bit cack-handed with this. It's the first video of this type I've ever tried to film. There we go. There's no seals on this or anything. Right, let's open it up and take a look. Ooh, nice. Let's put that to one side. Right, so we've got nicely styled Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Classic Mini operations manual. Nintendo points. I don't think there's any visible, which is good. Let's put that again to one side. Right, what do we got here? That feels like controller lead. And there we go, they're both in there. So let's see. Right, here's one. And there we go. Feels pretty much identical to the original. Let's see what it's got on the back. I don't know if you can make that out. MOD CLV 202. So there we go. But yeah, the material, the texture on this is ever so slightly different to the original, but yeah, it feels good. Let's have a look at the length of the cords or wires. As I say, I was not lucky enough to pick up a Nintendo Entertainment System Mini, but I understand the leads are extraordinarily short. So I think, from what I've heard, Nintendo have listened to the buying public and have made them a bit longer this time. So let's take a look. So yeah, that looks to be a bit more decent. Still not the longest in the world, but let's just show you. I would say, there we go. Right, let's see if I can gauge how long these are. Not quite my the width of my arms, but I would say probably maybe 5 foot, which is pretty decent. Whoops, apologies. Nearly took the camera out there. Let's just move that ever so slightly again. There we go. So there we are. Right, so obviously controller number 2, exactly the same. I won't crack this one open fully until my wife gets home, and we'll maybe have a 2-player game on something. Right, let's we'll leave this till last. Oh, that's that flaps up there. These look like power cable, I would assume. Yeah, HDMI cable there. Again, decent sort of length. Let's have a look. Right, so that looks like probably maybe 3 foot HDMI. Again, quite good. And this looks like the power cable. Obviously you have to plug this into like a power box, but I think everyone's got those with their phones and so forth, multiples if you're anything like us, so that won't be a major problem. And again, this looks fairly decent length. It looks like a micro USB, and again I would say about 3 foot length. There's the power. There we go, and obviously a normal USB at this end. So right, let's get the actual system out. Move this out of the way. Let's take a look. Ooh, look, shaking hands. It takes me back, this. It's a lot smaller than my original SNES. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. The joys of miniaturization. Oh, obviously no eject button. The reset button works. Well, you know, presses. Slightly disappointed to not see that by the power, just marked out in red to indicate it's on, but you've got the power LED there. Obviously this here is a facsimile, I believe, of the controller port, and underneath I believe you open that up. Yep, and there's your controller ports there, so they're obviously different from the original. Let's have a look at the rear. There's obviously the HDMI and the power in. So, and there we go, a look from the side, a look from the front, and nice. A quick look underneath. Not a lot to be said there. Nintendo Classic Mini, Super Nintendo. Right, so there we go, and fit it in the palm of your hand. Amazing. Obviously you can do all this sort of stuff with the Retro Pi, but it'd be nice to play some classic Super Nintendo games that I've never played and probably am not likely to play, such as Earthbound, because you know, that's ridiculously expensive, at least at the moment. Maybe with this coming out, original copies might be a bit cheaper. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to having a quick blast on Star Fox 2 as well. But there it is. Right, I'll hopefully have a little jump cut in a moment, show you a size comparison to the original Super Nintendo. So back again, there it is, the Super Nintendo Mini. And just to give you a little comparison on the size, is my slightly yellowing original Super Nintendo. Let's see if we can get it all in shot. Probably not. But there you go. So the two together gives you an impression of the size of the two. Let's just grab a cartridge just to give you an impression of, obviously, the size in comparison to a cartridge. And there you go, it virtually covers the little Mini there. So that gives you an impression of the size of it. It's tiny. Let's have a quick comparison of the controllers. I shall get one of my original Super Nintendo controllers here. Just move that to one side. There. So here is again the new one, obviously the unbagged one, and here is the original. As you can see, very similar. I don't know if you can perhaps make this out. Let's see if we can zoom in. Not sure if you can make that texture out there, but the texture of it is ever so slightly different, but this is a bit more shiny and this is a bit more matte and slightly more textured, I would say. But yeah, to all intents and purposes it feels exactly the same as the original Super Nintendo controller. So there we go. Right, I will now hook it up and fire up the system. Hopefully it'll work, and we'll have a quick browse around the menus and take a quick look at what this little machine can do. Okay, here we go. Let's turn this bad boy on. Little pause there. Right, so here we go, menu screen. Oops. Right, so obviously let's choose English. Okay, and there we go. So, right, this is my first time having a look at this. So, right, so it looks like the first game is, it looks like it's going alphabetically. So we've got Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, F-Zero, Final Fantasy 3, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, which is wrapped up, implying it's a gift, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Mario Kart, Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Metroid, Punch-Out, Zelda, and Yoshi's Island. So let's have a quick blast first on. Let's try. In fact, before we do that, let's go up to the settings. Display. Oops. So 4:3 CRT filter, pixel perfect. Well, let's have a play with these after we've. Looks like that's possibly. There's manuals. Sorry, like I say, finding my way around this. Let's try Super Mario World to start. So let's see how long this takes. Not very long at all. So there we go. That would be the normal 4:3 display option. Start a little one-player game. Spent hours and hours and hours on this game back in the day, and still do quite frequently now and again as well. Quite frequently now and again, that makes no sense. But yeah, great game. So clearly got to do this first. See how we feel. The extra life. Ooh, interesting. That seemed to go a little slower. Whether that's just me imagining things, but basically I can usually keep up with the red shell, but it seems to be just losing me a little bit. Interesting. I might compare that later. I might put my copy on the normal SNES on. But yeah, interesting thing there. But yeah, this looks like it's basically Super Mario World. to be running quite well. Like I say, I'm a little, not confused, but a little surprised by the red shell getting away from me there. But whoop, come back. Oops. Right. There we go. Let's see if we can get that out. Right, there we are. Yeah, same old Mario, which is good. Whoops. Feels very strange to be playing with a brand new controller. Anyway, let's leave them. Finish this level and we'll have a look at something else. Maybe... yeah, that works. Whoops. Rubbish. Right, so there we go. That is Super Mario World. Feels pretty sweet. Just give you a quick pan down just to let you know it's playing off the little Mini. There we go. So, right, let's. I think this returns you to the menu. Yes, there we go. That was just pressing the reset button. So let's try. What should we try? Let's try another old favourite. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Whoops. That's a nice sound. Oh, I know what I was meaning to do. I was going to have a look at the CRT filter. I wonder if you can... No, looks like you would have to return to the menu to do that. So let's see how rubbish I am at this these days. Oh, my cat is trying to get in on the act. This is Turbo, which I've actually played less of than Oop. Not doing spectacularly here. Oh. Hard fought victory. Can't get over how interesting it is to be playing with a brand new brand new SNES controller. Get my arse handed to me, yeah? Oh dear. How not to play video games. Oh dear me. Cannot get my timings right today. spamming with sonic booms, I'm afraid. Oh no, I'm not. Oh dear me. Yes, woo! My word. Well, that was a close one. I don't think I'll continue this because I probably will get my ass handed to me. But there we go. Right, so let's reset that. Very nice. Let's have a quick look at these options then. Display. Let's have a look at the CRT filter. Okay, go back and let's have a look at Star Fox, the first one. Incidentally, I'm not sure how long this video might stay up for, because obviously I know Nintendo are happy, or you know, they quite like doing copyright strikes. So yeah, let's hope that this lasts. So right, anyway, I quite like the CRT effect, to be honest. It looks quite nice. Yeah. Let's have a go on the game. Right. So obviously this is quite interesting in that it's obviously special hardware was used for the cartridge of this, which obviously they've replicated in the SNES Mini, which incidentally I've read is basically built on the same board as the NES Mini. So I'd imagine there will be people working away to try and hack this to try and get you know, more games onto it and so forth. Me, I'm quite happy just having it as it is at the moment, because I like you know, I'm very much looking forward to playing things like Earthbound, and there's a few other games on there that I don't have as well. You know, my Super Nintendo library is quite quite small, really. You could say. Whoops. Whoops. Good flying. Oops. Let's avoid that, I think. Okay, we'll do some shooting at this point, I think. Shoot these guys. Just about. This is running quite nicely, I think. Oops. Must get used to the flight controls. It's been a while, as you can probably tell. But right, there we go. So obviously Star Fox is looking pretty decent. Do a barrel roll. Ooh, that wasn't clever. Oops. Oh dear. Oh dear. Maybe I should title this perhaps not Super Nintendo Mini Unboxing, and perhaps I ought to call it Man Plays Games Astonishingly Badly. So let's have a look at Star Fox 2, shall we? Clear stage 1 in Star Fox to unlock. Okay. Well, clearly I haven't done that yet, so we'll have to go back to that. Let's have a look at Castlevania 4. This is another one that I do have already. Let's have a look. See how good this is. I actually picked up and played this relatively recently, within the last probably 18 months. I'd never played it before, you see, so you know, I decided to get it. I really enjoyed it and discovered that I like Castlevania games, so Yeah, I'm liking that CRT filter. It sort of makes it look less blocky, if that makes sense, on the big modern TVs. So let's just put S. No, let's go the whole hog. Let's put STEE, which was my old arcade moniker if I ever got on a high score table. So here we go. Let's begin. So this is looking nice. Ooh. Not a good start. Let's try that again. This time with less insta death. Right, that's more like it. Okay, right. Practice that jump again. Okay. Yeah. It's alright, the first time I was trying to press diagonal and up and jump at the same time. Not a good idea. Do that again. Yeah, this is looking nice. Very good. Watch out for holes in the ground. Yes, definitely time to consider retitling the video, I think. Good music on this. Oh dear me. Right, last one. It has been a while. I actually played more of the original Castlevania than this in recent times, which I ended up picking up as a result of having played this. Very good game. There we go. I forgot you had to do that. Right. Whoop. There we are. Whee! I thought I was going to fall to my death again there. Luckily not. Ah yes, I need to come out of here. If I can. But I don't think I can. Not yet anyway. So there we go. That's Castlevania. Running out of time here, so let's have a quick look at something else. Ghouls and Ghosts. Well, given my track record so far, I think showing you gameplay of that would be fairly short-lived. Let's have a quick look at F-Zero. Again, another one that I own already. So, yep, here we go. Right. So far so good. Enjoying this. Feels good on the controller, which is good. Whoop. All poor driving is the fault of me and not the system. But as you can see, F-Zero is looking nice. Whoop. Oh dear me. Things like Earthbound I would like to put on, but obviously with it being an RPG, it's probably best if I was to show some footage of that a little way into the game, because obviously I'd imagine there would be some sort of an intro and so forth. Which wouldn't be too much fun to watch from a viewer's perspective, so to speak. So but yeah, I will be playing that, see what all the fuss is about. You know, I'd like to get an original copy, but the amount that they go for is it is pretty crazy. So you know, that barring emulation on a Raspberry Pi or something is my only real option of getting to play that game. So you know, it'd be nice playing it on actual Nintendo hardware, albeit effectively Nintendo's own emulation of the game and the hardware. But you know, I'm looking forward to playing that. I do like RPGs. Be nice to play. Be nice to play Final Fantasy 3 on the original hardware as well. So, and there's other games. I think Secret of Mana is on it, isn't it? Which I've never played. So, you know, second coming of the SNES for me. And hopefully, provided all the scalpers don't get their hands on a Super Nintendo Mini, people will be able to play some of these games for the first time themselves. So yeah, all good. So there we go. Oh, I actually managed to win something. How long have we got left? So we've got about 2 minutes left of my recording time, so I'm going to probably reset. I will have a quick look. I'm going to reset and have a quick look at Earthbound, and then I'll probably wrap up. So hopefully this has been of interest to you. Hopefully a lot of you out there, if you haven't got yours already, you'll be getting them in the next day or two. Fingers crossed Nintendo actually sort of come through on their promise of releasing more of these, and the SNES Mini, and maybe we can all get our hands on one for sort of realistic prices. So there we go. I've been looking forward to this since the day I pre-ordered, so fantastic. Nice classic sounds. Start new game. Right, let's start a new game. Medium text speed, stereo. Which style of Windows? Plain. Please name him. Okay. Steve. Oh, blimey. Didn't realise you'd have to be doing this. That's fine. Don't care would seem to be. Insert a random name, perhaps. Jeff. Crikey. Well, there's a lot of incidental characters here. Pooh? Did I read that right? Apparently I've got a friend called Pooh. And favourite homemade food. Good lord. What's your favourite thing? Rocking. Yeah. Yes, I can probably go back and delete this and start again anyway, so okay, so there we go. I can only assume this is good emulation because this never came out in PAL territories. Anyway, I'm going to have to wrap up there. as sorry as that is. I'm running out of time and I've got about 20 seconds. So like I say, hopefully this will be of use. If you like the video, press like. Obviously, if you like my channel, which is generally based on pickups of video games, consider subscribing. But for now, this is Darth Steve 333 signing off. Bye bye.